Live from the Fiserv Forum in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, this is News 3 Now's special coverage of the Republican National Convention.
Good Tuesday morning, and welcome to News 3 Now, this morning's live coverage from the Republican National Convention in Milwaukee. I'm Kyrie Lee.
And I'm Chris Stanford. Day 2 here in Milwaukee. Had a little bit of rain this morning right around the lake. Things have, though, cleared up, yes. And we are gearing up for what was, after a busy day yesterday, what's going to top that today. I mean, we had everybody come into town and everybody finally on the floor for the first time. And we had the vice presidential nominee pick. Yes, and also an appearance from former President Donald Trump, which no one was probably expecting, right, especially on the first day. I know. So what happens today, we will wait and see. But yeah, the big story today is new reaction to the president's running mate yesterday. That's right, and we're going to get right into our coverage right now. After months of speculation, the now official Republican presidential nominee, Donald Trump, as we mentioned, has a running mate. Yeah, Ohio Senator J.D. Vance is now on the ticket with the former president. Vance was elected to the Senate in 2022 in Ohio. He started serving in 2023, so about 18 months ago. Prior to that, he was a venture capitalist and the author of the best-selling book, Hillbilly Elegy, a memoir of sorts. He also served in the Marine Corps in the Iraq War. Vance was a fierce critic of former President Trump during the 2016 campaign. He reversed that, though, during Trump's term in office and then voted for the former president in 2020 and has since become a rather important ally to the former president. And with the convention in this swing state of Wisconsin, many well-known political names from the state are taking part in the occasion. We spoke with Representative Glenn Grothman from the state's 6th Congressional District. He commented on the former president's pick for vice president.
Well, famous guy, author, a man of letters. So I think the public will like him. He's certainly an independent voice, and I think that's what people like, and a younger man, which I think the people like as well.
When he came out in Fiserv Forum yesterday, but it was also
Former President Donald Trump made an appearance at the convention last night. It is unusual for a presidential nominee to appear at the convention before they give the keynote address on the final night. Just 3 days ago, Trump was on the receiving end of an assassination attempt at a campaign rally in Pennsylvania. He appeared with a large bandage on his right ear, which was the ear that was grazed by a bullet. Grothman says that incident, along with Trump's presence last night, is really helping the party rally behind the nominee.
How to move forward and galvanize the party, that is a central theme here at the RNC. And Republicans from all over the country are here in Wisconsin to help spread that message, including a lot of Republicans from the state. That's right. And our Brady Mallory, he spoke with a former Wisconsin State Senator, Roger Roth. Roth is one of the candidates now running for Congressman Mike Gallagher's 8th congressional seat. Gallagher is not seeking re-election. Important to note there. We talked with Roth about the tone of the first day of the convention, what his thoughts were on this week, and what he thinks about the Republican Party.
Well, Milwaukee is a place to be for Republicans all over the country, including Republicans here in Wisconsin. Right now, I am with State Senator Roger Roth, who is running for Congress this election. So what do you think about the RNC's message? It sounds like former President Trump is going to call for unity. Will this unite the party moving forward?
Yeah, I think the party has been largely united. If you look at even how the primary process broke out, President Trump won pretty convincingly in that. I think he has an opportunity now, in light of recent events, to come to this convention here on Thursday, speak directly to the American people and the people of Wisconsin, and offer them a message of unification. And I think with everything that he has gone through, he's got now the authenticity to really be able to deliver that kind of a message. And I think that's exactly what we're going to hear, and I'm looking forward to it.
You know, he announced his vice presidential candidate pick as Senator J.D. Vance, who criticized former President Trump largely, but now has become one of his most ardent supporters. What do you think of this pick, and how will this shape that ticket?
Yeah, no, it was, I wasn't surprised just because they had been saying a couple of names for the last few days, so you just knew it was going to be one of them. But when you look at what it takes to be a leader, you've got to have people around you who have a wide variety of ideas in When you look at the pick with J.D. Vance, you know, his ability to be magnanimous. This was a guy who was criticizing him, as you mentioned, a few years ago, but the ability to look past that and recognize, you know, that he wanted to strengthen his ticket, double down. I think this just shows his commitment to blue-collar voters here. J.D. Vance being a senator from Ohio. We're in the Rust Belt here in Northeast Wisconsin, too. So I think it's just a reaffirmation that the Republican Party is the party of the working man and woman, and you're going to see that with the Trump-Vance ticket.
And is that what you're running on for your own campaign?
Well, I was probably running on a lot of issues, but I am the blue-collar guy in this race for sure. 25-year home builder. You look at Washington, 435 members of Congress, lots of attorneys and people in big business, no one who's swung a hammer for a living. And I tell people, all 11 counties of Northeast Wisconsin, I would be the only one. And I think it's important that we've had someone who's sweat to put bread on the table. And people get that. My wife and I, we raised 5 little boys. We sit around our kitchen table, have the same difficult conversations that hardworking families across our state are having to face each and every day with this 20% inflation since Joe Biden's taken office. It's the kind of message that resonates, and quite honestly, people are looking for people in D.C. who can represent them and their values. That's what I bring.
So if you were to be elected to Congress, really the workers of Wisconsin, the industry of Wisconsin is something that you would take with you to Washington, D.C.?
Absolutely. Yeah, you know, the men and women who sweat for a living. Just a couple of nights ago, I was up in the middle of the night at a construction site on the I-41 corridor, helping them lay some concrete down on a bridge overpass. Like, these are the men and women who are building America. They need representation in Washington, and I will be their voice.
And of course, as you mentioned earlier, this does come after Saturday's assassination attempt against former President Trump. And, you know, it brings up the issue of gun violence again. Now, typically, this is the party that is pro-Second Amendment rights. So what do you think the conversation will be when it comes to political violence, gun violence, and moving forward as a Republican Party?
Well, there is absolutely no space in our political discourse for violence. And I think the American people, they expect that we're going to have civil disagreements. They don't expect civil war. And they don't expect what, and they won't stand for what happened here against President Trump. And I think as Republicans, we move forward firmly supporting, as I do, the Second Amendment is a constitutional God-given right for us, just as important as the First Amendment and all the others. But yet at the same time, we recognize that we've got laws on the books right now, and what we're seeing right now with the ATF and the FBI, less than 1% of people who try to buy a firearm who are felons, less than 1% are actually prosecuted. We have laws on the books right now that are not being enforced. And I think you're going to hear probably from many of the speakers here this week is that we need law and order in this country and in this administration. And it starts with enforcing the laws we already have on the books. You're going to find a no better president to carry that out than President Trump.
And to wrap this up, having this here in Milwaukee, are you excited to show off Wisconsin to people who are visiting here?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Wisconsin is such a great place. Okay, the weather's a little hot this week, but it's a great place. You know, we're known for, obviously, for our beer, for our cheese, for the Green Bay Packers, but we are a microcosm of what America is. And if you traveled with me around Northeast Wisconsin to all of the parades and the festivals, you would see the factories, you would see the farms, you would see the hardworking men and women. This is, like I mentioned, a microcosm of America. To have the convention here representing this state and amplifying it to the rest of the 50 states, a wonderful thing, and will help Trump immensely here in November.
Very good. Senator Roth, thank you very much.
Appreciate it. Yeah, thank you.
And there is a lot of hard work that goes into putting on a convention of this size. For a year, crews have been working around the clock, getting Fiserv Forum prepared for this week.
So if you've ever watched a Bucks game on TV, what you see this week on television is going to look so much different. So the basketball court has, of course, been removed. That's to make way for the 5,000 or so delegates that are going to be seated right in front of the main stage. It's where Donald Trump will accept the Republican nomination for president on Thursday night. The stage spans 26 feet tall, 60 feet wide, with a backdrop of 1,200 high-density LED panels.
The beauty of the stage design is that when you look at these sort of angled panels, that wherever you're seated, you're going to have a great view. So there's not going to be a bad seat in the house.
And then there's the luxury boxes and the suites at Pfizer Forum. Those have been turned into temporary television studios. More than 15,000 members of the media from around the world are here at the convention this week. Organizers hope this week is going to set the stage for more conventions in the future, more tourism, and bigger investments in the city of Milwaukee. We're going to take an even closer, in-depth look inside Pfizer Forum and what it took to change it over for this week, coming up in our next half hour.
Well, it's feeling good out here in Milwaukee. Warm weather. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning. Thanks, guys. It is a little humid out there, but we are going to see those levels finally start to decrease as early as the afternoon. That's also when we'll finally see some sunshine return. We don't have fog across Dane County or Madison, but southwest of the area near Platteville and Mineral Point, visibilities are pretty low. This is what it looks like outside in Platteville. So if you're driving southwest of Madison across those counties, just allow a little bit of extra time. Because humidity levels are so high, we are seeing that fog. But I do think the later in the morning we get those foggy conditions, or the visibilities are going to come up. Some sun's going to return as early as the afternoon. Temperatures and humidity levels, like we just talked about, temperatures rise a little bit. It's going to be near normal today, but humidity levels and dew points are going to gradually decrease. It'll feel much more comfortable outside really once we get to the afternoon today, and then especially tonight into tomorrow. Active pattern not going to return until we head into about beginning to middle of the week next week. Will be dry up until then. That will even take us through the weekend. So the next several days, guys, finally going to enjoy the calm and dry stretch along with comfortable temperatures out there.
Where's your badge?
On News 3 Now this morning, what security at the RNC looks like and how long it's taking people to get in.
You're watching News 3 Now this morning, brought to you by Toyota.
Dear unbreakable spirit, when the terrain is gnarly, you steady us. When obstacles are ahead, you lift us. When the turf is hostile, you inspire us. Own a legend. Toyota Trucks.
Right now, lease a new Tacoma for $319 a month or get 2.99% APR for 60 months on a new Tundra. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota. Let's go places.
At Planet Fitness, you can get everything you need for just $1 down.
Try out Planet Fitness and dang, they got lots of equipment.
Not me getting a Planet Fitness membership just for the 24-hour perk.
Hey, y'all better get on these free fitness training sessions from Planet Fitness.
Did y'all know that the PF app has workouts you can do at home? Cheapest therapy I can find is Planet Fitness.
Join Planet Fitness today and get everything you need for just $1 down. $15 a month, cancel anytime. Deal ends Thursday, July 18th.
It's time for good news, Madison.
Jazz at 5 this year is at the South Hamilton side of the Capitol lawn. Our artists come from a variety of backgrounds, whether it's students, seasoned performers, national performers, and performers from all over the region. You can find more information at our website, jazzat5.org.
And that is Good News, Madison, brought to you by Don's Home Furniture.
Happy Take and Bake Tuesday!
Every Tuesday at Papa Murphy's, you can get any large pizza for just $12, which makes Tuesday the best day to bring home all your favorites.
We might have too many favorites.
Order now at papamurphys.com.
Owning my own home is nice. You can just come home knowing that it's yours. It's a sense of pride, sense of ownership, and enjoying it with everyone I love and care for.
Make a lasting impact on local families in need. Please donate today.
What's up? You need some windows?
Home. Oh, you need windows. Yes, you do.
Hey folks, you call the experts? Increase your curb appeal and save big this summer with free installation on windows, siding, doors, and roofing. Plus, no interest for 5 years. And we'll get it done Feldco fast. Free installation ends soon. Call now.
Call 866 for Feldco.
Hi, I'm Peter Gottlieb with the League of Women Voters of Dane County. In the August 13th primary election, voters will pick their preferred Democratic or Republican candidates for the United States Congress and the Wisconsin State Legislature. The winners will be on the ballot in the November 5th general election, which will include votes for president and state and federal offices. Learn more at vote411.org.
3 things to know, part of News 3 Now's 3 Cares Community Impact.
Welcome back. Now, even before the attempted assassination of former President Donald Trump this past Saturday, there was already tight security in the plan for the Republican National Convention.
We definitely experienced that yesterday morning whenever we came in. As everyone was arriving for day 1 of the Republican National Convention yesterday, security was very tight. And this morning, it's still somewhat tight. Our News 3 Now reporter, Ellie La Liberté, takes a look at just how long people were waiting to get in.
The security presence at the RNC here is high. As you can see behind me, there are several law enforcement officers from multiple different states. Now, if we turn this way a little bit, this is where Pfizer Forum is. That's where a lot of the main events are taking place at the RNC. There's a security checkpoint not too far away from there, and it's a kind of a testament to how thorough the security has been. The RNC has both a hard and soft perimeter with multiple checkpoints. It took some people I talked to anywhere from 15 minutes to an hour to get through security.
You could tell it's very secure. There's police on every corner, and then there's like Secret Service, obviously.
I've seen every acronym, federal and state, and I even saw some armored cars coming from some of the local state municipalities and so on.
The RNC is expecting 50,000 people for this event, all of whom have to be credentialed and go through security to be here. Reporting in Milwaukee, Ellie La Liberté, News 3 Now.
All right. Again, lots of security here on the ground, except it didn't take us that long this morning.
Today, it was night and day compared to yesterday. You think about all of the media who are coming in, all of the TV stations and the national media outlets that are coming with all that gear. They've got to get all that gear in. So yesterday, it took a lot longer for security to process all that and to go through each individual bag and box and crate and everything that they rolled in. Today, totally different, much smoother, still a very thorough search of what was coming in.
Right, but we'll be back with our coverage, but now we're going to toss it over to our studio in Madison and Josh Spreiter.
Hey guys, good morning. And some local news we want to get to at 6:16 this morning. Wisconsin continues to be on the receiving end of strong storms. Last night was no exception. Michelle Renee Quinn is here taking a look at new video of damage from storms overnight. Good morning, Michelle Renee.
Good morning, Josh. And that's right. The National Weather Service reported as many as 10 tornadoes touching down last night. Now, while this was mostly in the metro Chicagoland area, Wisconsinites were affected as well. Take a look at this video from Evansville. You can see trees are down and an accident has occurred, and we had teams out there last night who gathered this footage. Trees with a trunk diameter of 2 to 3 feet were snapped or uprooted by the storm. Here are other images from Keeler, Wisconsin, and you can see there's also some severe damage to the rooftops. We're going to show you that severe damage to the rooftops. That's 3 nights of storms, and Savannah Brito has a recap of what those storms did for us.
Michelle Renee, thank you. We did see lots of heavy rain, and this is the recap of a reloop of the radar. This is what it looked like over the last 18 hours. Those storms well to our southeast now, but you could see those, the first ones in the morning and late afternoon, those kind of did fizzle out. That was expected. We did not see any rain early, but later in the day, these developed over Iowa and then became a line of severe thunderstorms. Pretty much the entire north end all the way to the south end saw a severe thunderstorm warning along with several tornado warnings as well. Some of those warnings were sitting across southern Wisconsin, for the most part across northern Illinois though. So near the border, that's where all the severe weather was anticipated, and then south of that area, that's what I was saying yesterday, they upgraded areas to a moderate risk. That was 4 out of 5 for severe weather. Those areas also saw lots of heavy rain. So this red color around DeKalb and then also Janesville and Beloit, those areas saw upwards of 3 to 4 inches of rain. So lots of heavy rain. We don't need any more more and we keep getting more rain. But we are going to transition to a drier and much more calm weather pattern. The sum of rain we've got, this is as of yesterday, so through July 15th here in Madison. That's what these statistics are based off of. We're up to 7.5 inches of rain already for the month, and we're only halfway through. That's 5 inches, 5 1/4 of an inch over where we should be. Normally, we're only at about 2 3/10 of an inch of rain, so well above that. Most of that rain at least came over Saturday and Sunday. That was about 5 inches of the 7.5 inches that we did see. Saturday, we got about 1 4/10 inches. And then on Sunday, we got 3 3/10 of an inch of rain. Yesterday, at least specifically at Madison's airport, we didn't see a lot, only 0.02. But now we're finally going to see some sunshine return. That's going to be later in the day. And then much calmer weather pattern where rain chances don't increase again until about early to midweek next week. We're at 72 in Madison. Temperatures pretty much upper 60s, lower 70s all across southern Wisconsin. Want to note that humidity levels also are high still this morning, but these are going to come down through the day. So we're still at a 71-degree dew point in the Dells, 68 in Madison, 70 also in Janesville. It's very muggy out there. These are going to decrease, though, which is good news. Tomorrow morning, much more comfortable of a start compared to what we are waking up with this morning. And the next couple of overnight lows, we even fall into the mid-50s. That's going to be Wednesday and Thursday night. Also the high today, 82. We're back to a below normal temperature pattern, afternoon and nighttime temperatures. As early as tomorrow, we fall to 76. So sounds a lot better than what we have had, and you can see the very, very low rain chances that we also have.
All right, Savannah, thank you. Still ahead for us on a Tuesday morning, we'll show you the World Pea Shooting Championships. And in our next half hour, we'll hear from some more Wisconsin politicians about the RNC, including Senator Ron Johnson and Congressman Derek Van Orden.
First Warn Weather, keeping you ahead of the storms.
Save big Monday through Sunday at Hy-Vee. All natural chicken breasts, just $3.88. Driscoll strawberries, just $2.44 a pound when you buy a 2-pound pack. And Hy-Vee yogurt, 3 for just $1. Monday through Sunday at Hy-Vee.
Not everyone knows us, but in southern Wisconsin, Illinois, and eastern Indiana, we are famous in our field. As a Sloan's technician, customer service is our specialty, whether you come to see us or we come to you. We are in the business of supporting your business, and we are highly trained to work on your John Deere equipment. At Sloan's, our loyalty lies with you. We depend on you, and we are proud to serve you. When it comes to service, you can count on us. Remember, think Sloan's first.
Dear unbreakable spirit, when the terrain is gnarly, you steady us. When obstacles are ahead, you lift us. When the turf is hostile, you inspire us. Own a legend. Toyota Trucks.
Right now, lease a new Tacoma for $319 a month or get 2.99% APR for 60 months on a new Tundra. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota. Let's go places.
My husband and I finally agreed that we need a new bathtub and shower. So he went right to work on handling the project. That's him going online researching bathtub and shower installers. And there he is, calling a few places to get an estimate. I think he's procrastinating.
Call 1-800-HANSONS for a new shower or bathtub you'll love. Installed in as little as 1 day.
It's okay. I called 1-800-HANSONS.
We custom figure new bathtub or shower into your existing space for a fast, convenient, and hassle-free installation with any safety features your family needs. Safety bars, seats, and more with a no-leak guarantee.
Oh, hey, I'm gonna call 1-800-HANSONS.
That's great, hon.
Get 50% off installation or no interest and no payments for 1 year. Offer ends soon.
Call 1-800-HANSONS. Get it done.
Hi, I'm Daryl from Little America.
Blake and his cousin Connor are here with their families from Madison today. What's your favorite ride? Connor's older sister, Cassie, told me her favorite is the go-karts. Mom loves that she can bring a picnic basket, and Dad enjoys miniature golf. There's fun for the whole family at Little America, where big fun is only a few miles away.
Save big Monday through Sunday at Hy-Vee. Lay's, Kettle Cooked, Rolled Gold, or Munchies, $1.99 each when you buy 2. Jack's Pizza, $2.98. And buy 2, get 1 free on Coke or Topo Chico Sabores. Monday through Sunday at Hy-Vee.
Welcome back, 6:24 on a Tuesday morning. Trending this morning, people in the UK enjoy target sports, most notably darts. It's also the home of the World Pea Shooting Championships. They held the 51st edition last weekend in England. Competitors come armed with uniquely designed contraptions to fire dried peas through a putty-covered target. They stand 12 feet from the 1-foot diameter target with 3 concentric rings on it, worth 1, 3, and 5 points. Some Americans have traveled there to compete in the past as well.
I actually have a bag of frozen peas in my freezer right now that I need to use up, so how about we try this?
This is so weird and kind of gross at the same time. Oh,
yeah,
gosh.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either. All right, we're staying in England for this next story to meet a hedge artist who does good in the community. This man from Greater London trims people's hedges to create interesting sculptures like elephants and fish. He then donates the commissions he earns to environmental charities. By the way, his name is Tim Bush.
It actually is, right?
It actually is. This is legit. That's so funny, but what talent. Boy, if you were to give me a hedge trimmer, I'd probably kill the thing. I'd probably, it's not going to look anything like that.
No, it would honestly, if you gave me one of those, I would do worse damage. Like,
more damage than
it would look
good.
better how it was before when I took the whatever they used to it.
I just never know how much to take off, right? It just, yeah.
It's artwork.
It really is.
Very cool.
It is a work of art.
And so is our forecast.
Yes, it is. And boy, you guys deserve a break, don't you?
I know, especially Alex. I feel bad for all the evening meteorologists because
especially on the weekends.
I know, they cannot catch a break. Yeah, Alex was in this weekend covering all the severe thunderstorms we saw Saturday, Sunday, and then again yesterday. So we're finally going to see a break. 82 today, much calmer pattern. You can see those low percentages for rain. Those increase a little bit towards, I would say, beginning to middle, especially the middle of next week. So, enjoy everything. And I said before, the reason we have that 80 is because Josh's birthday is Saturday.
It is my birthday on Saturday.
No,
thank you, Savannah. That's a great birthday present.
It is.
Our RNC coverage continues live from Milwaukee when we come back.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Sometimes the do-it-yourself route isn't the best option. Call Monona Plumbing instead and get your plumbing problem fixed right.
A name you can trust when service is a must.
This famous wood fence from the show Home Improvement had to have boards replaced 13 times in only 9 years. Our fences outlast wood 3 to 1 and are all backed by our extensive lifetime warranty. This month, save $1,000 on your project. Visit the website or call the number for your new fence today.
Let's do this.
Introducing Chevy's best lineup of SUVs ever. The rugged, always-ready Trailblazer, the first ever Traverse Z71, and the Chevy Trax, starting at $21,495. When it's your time to shine, Chevy's got you.
Get 1.9% financing on select popular 2024 Chevy SUVs when you finance with GM Financial. Chevrolet, the #1 selling brand in Wisconsin.
Get an 11% rebate on your outdoor projects at Menards. Shop the largest in-stock selection of concrete landscape blocks. Get free estimates fast using our easy do-it-yourself landscape design program. UltraDeck composite decking helps you make the most of your deck space. It's low maintenance and built to last. Get an 11% rebate on all decking and landscaping block at Menards. America's #1 home improvement retailer for customer satisfaction.
Save big money at Menards.
It's time for the grooviest event of the summer. You'll be feeling good at the Wisconsin State Fair, presented by U.S. Cellular, August 1st through the 11th.
Need inspiration? Shop Pick and Save. For over 30,000 mouth-watering choices, plus savings like digital coupons worth over $600 each week and up to $1 off per gallon at the pump. Pick and Save is worth it every time. Pick and Save, fresh for everyone.
Madison Magazine's Summer Restaurant Week is here. Over 40 restaurants will showcase 3-course meals from $30. Plus, enjoy the perfect pairings with wine and more from Delicato Family Wines and Frederick Wildman & Sons. Check our online guide on MadisonMagazine.com to see which places offer takeout and dine-in. Save the dates, July 21st through 26th. Madison Magazine's Summer Restaurant Week, where good times and great meals come together. Presenting sponsor, the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund, and supporting sponsor, Roth Cheese.
Sometimes the do-it-yourself route isn't the best option. Call Monona Plumbing instead and get your plumbing problem fixed right.
A name you can trust when service is a must.
Live from the Fiserv Forum in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, this is News 3 Now special coverage of the Republican National Convention.
Everyone, welcome to News 3 Now special coverage of the Republican National Convention here in Milwaukee. I'm Chris Stanford.
And I'm Kyrie-Ann Lee.
It's hard to top what happened yesterday. I mean, we have Trump now the official nominee on the Republican side of the ticket for the presidential race this November, and Trump announcing his running mate, Ohio Senator J.D. Vance.
Yes, lots that went on, and a special appearance from Trump himself, which people weren't expecting.
Yeah, very rare to see. I don't know if that's ever happened before, where the nominee makes an appearance before their big speech on Thursday night. So a lot of action here, day one of the RNC. Day two, there is still a lot to get to, including a Senate candidate who is scheduled to speak later today.
That's right. And again, day two of the convention, each day does have a theme. So yesterday's was Make America Wealthy Once Again. And we'll have more about that just a little bit later. But today's theme will be Make America Safe Once Again. Republicans are expected to focus on crime and immigration and possibly draw a link between the two. The GOP's arranged speeches for family members of victims of killings in which immigrants in the U.S. are facing criminal charges for, as part of Trump and the party's attempt to blame crime on border policies. In the GOP's 2024 platform, they vowed to seal the border and, quote, stop the migrant invasion. The platform also calls for the largest deportation operation in American history. This comes as the most recent data from U.S. Customs and Border Protection shows June saw a sharp decline in encounters at the border.
Also today, U.S. Senate candidate Eric Hovde will speak at the convention. Hovde is running against incumbent Senator Tammy Baldwin. Hovde and Trump have endorsed each other's bid for Senate and the White House. And while Trump's been leading in the polls recently over President Biden, Hovde continues to trail Senator Baldwin.
And delegates officially selected Trump as their nominee for president last night, as mentioned. It marks a historic moment in American politics, with the first convicted felon receiving a presidential nomination. Trump entered the convention with a bandage on his ear from Saturday's assassination attempt. It was his first appearance after the shooting. While at the convention, news broke that Trump-appointed judge dismissed the classified documents case against the former president. Special counsel Jack Smith's office says they'll appeal that decision.
Well, more good news for former President Trump. The president of the Teamsters is seemingly throwing his support behind Republicans. He delivered the keynote speech last night, becoming the first boss in the Teamsters history to address the convention. So, historic moment there.
Greetings, delegates and guests. I'm Sean O'Brien, General President of the International Brotherhood of Teamsters.
So while the president did make an appearance last night, the union has not endorsed a candidate yet for 2024. In recent years, the union has backed Democrats. In his speech, O'Brien blasted big business like Walmart and Amazon. This has all been seen as part of Trump's attempt to peel away blue-collar voters from Biden, which is especially crucial here in Midwestern states like Wisconsin.
Outside the RNC's perimeters, hundreds of conservatives gathered to talk about policy, including Project 2025. That's the term for Heritage Foundation's handbook for the next Republican administration. It proposes sweeping changes within the federal government, including altering rules to make sure government employees are more loyal to the president. The conservative think tank's listed as one of the RNC sponsors on the convention's website.
And while Trump attempted to distance himself from the foundation's agenda, his vice presidential pick is receiving some praise from the group. Trump has formally selected J.D. Vance, a senator from Ohio, as his running mate. Vance was raised in the Midwest. He joined the Marines and served in Iraq. Vance rose to prominence in his 2016 memoir, Hillbilly Elegy. He was also elected to public office in 2022 and started serving in 2023.
The senator was previously a self-identified never-Trumper, calling the former president, quote, dangerous and unfit for office. In 2016, he criticized Trump's rhetoric, saying he could be America's Hitler. But in 2021, Vance changed his opinion, citing Trump's political accomplishments. Vance was also one of several lawmakers who stood by Trump's side during his criminal election interference hush money trial. Biden's re-election campaign issued a statement on Vance, saying, quote, Donald Trump picked J.D. Vance as his running mate because Vance will do what Mike Pence wouldn't on January 6th, bend over backwards to enable Trump and his extreme MAGA agenda, even if it means breaking the law and no matter the harm to the American people.
Commenting all of this is Republican Congressman Derek Van Orden of Wisconsin.
That's right. In News 3 Now's Brady Mallory and Susan Simon sat down with the representative as day one wrapped up to get his thoughts on everything from the Vance nomination to the party's outlook following the attempted assassination of former President Trump.
Congressman Derek Van Orden joins us now. Congressman, thank you so much for taking the time.
Well, you're welcome, and thank you for having me.
How has the first day of the convention been for you?
A little warmer than I thought.
Yes.
Let's just be honest. It's great, you know, going around seeing old friends. I saw a whole bunch of my constituents last night, and as you run into them in the street, it's fun to see them. We put over 250,000 miles on our vehicles when I ran for office, and we've been to just about every township, I think all of our townships in the 3rd, and so I know a whole bunch of folks, and it's wonderful to get together. This is like a family reunion.
Yeah, and of course, all eyes are on the VP pick, Senator J.D. Vance.
Yep.
What do you think about that ticket? The ticket is shaped, so now what happens?
J.D. Vance was raised in abject rural poverty, broken home. It was just a mess. He wrote a book about it.
Hillbilly Elegy.
That's correct. Then he left his home as a young man, joined the military, got out of the military, met his spouse, had kids, then became a U.S. Senator. He did, and now he's our VP pick. He did all that within a single generation. And I was raised in exactly the same circumstances. Abject rural poverty, broken home, left my home as a young man, joined the service. I did 26 years. And then I met my wife. She's sitting right over there. We have 4 kids. We just had our 11th grandchild, and now I'm a member of Congress. So J.D. and I walked the same path in that we came from the meanest circumstances you can in the United States of America, and now we're at the highest levels of government. That's an expression of the American dream. And I think everybody should really look at that and understand that, and they should gravitate towards that, because that's what my district is like. We're an agrarian district. We have a lot of people that are below the poverty line, and I'm there working for them. And I don't care what their political affiliation was, Democrat or Republican. You see some of the stuff that J.D. Vance said about the president initially. He didn't care. And we have to get away from the R and the D. And it's funny because you're red and you're blue, so we have to get away from the R and the D, and we got to start looking at each other as American citizens. And I think that's what you're going to hear from President Trump. And we've always known it about him. We've always known he's been a uniter, not a divider. He's been portrayed as someone that he's not. And what you saw, I have multiple combat tours. What you saw when he literally got shot in the head and stood straight back up again, raised his fist in defiance, and called for us to continue to fight for our freedoms, that's called capital L leadership. And that's what the country needs now.
All right, folks, happening right now, we're taking a live look at a news conference that Milwaukee Mayor Cavalier Johnson is hosting.
That's right. He's hosting one every morning before the start of the convention. Let's take a listen.
Especially problematic in the morning, waits an hour, 2, 3 hours at some. Was there an effort to course correct once the city recognized some of those logjams?
Yeah, I mean, we're constantly going to be monitoring and watching what's happening in terms of ease of access at those checkpoints. And so we'll continue to work at that to make sure that people are able to get in and get out. And as I said, folks have to continue to get used to the traffic patterns during the convention here. It's a busy time in the city, and this is the first time that we've had a convention, had a a program of this magnitude in the city. I've sort of likened this to taking the national security apparatus in Washington, D.C., lifting that up and transplanting it in the center of Milwaukee. So it's new here, but I think we'll get there, and we'll take those things into account. Yeah, so my understanding is that that event is legal and is able to
All right, we're going to break away from Mayor Cavalier Johnson's news conference, talking about security and disruptions to the city. It is odd to see the heart of the city, several blocks that have been kind of shut down and traffic rerouted around. Even just the logistics of getting down here right now is so much different, and it's really disrupting. I think about the people who have to work down here, right. People who live down here, work down here, and have their life centered around here, and what a shakeup it must be for them.
Yes, but the security plan remained in place. Nothing changed about that, so it's good that he's able to address those things.
Yeah, we appreciate him being transparent with us. All right, we're also hearing from U.S. Senator Ron Johnson about the tone of the Republican messaging here at the RNC. On Monday, an old part of his speech was loaded into the teleprompter that he gave here at the convention. It used language of clear and present danger when referring to Democrats.
News 3 Now's political reporter Will Keneally spoke to Johnson about what he meant by those comments, what he would have changed, and also how the attempted assassination has changed the political landscape.
I'm not personalizing. I'm saying their policies are destroying this country. I've been saying that forever. But I would have added, right after Welcome to Wisconsin, I would have added, we are meeting a somber moment in history. That was a true American tragedy, but we so often see in American tragedies, we see the best in Americans. As tragic it is, and I'm hoping that this moment gives us, can be a catalyst for this nation to heal and unify.
Johnson referencing the death of one of the rally goers there. We do know a GoFundMe for that victim and his family has raised more than $1 million.
So also kind of echoing that call for a more calmer rhetoric are some protesters. Our crews captured part of that march on the RNC yesterday. Many had signs addressing the war in Israel, racial injustices, and reproductive rights. Our Maddie Heimsch and Kyle Pozorski spoke with one protester who said Saturday's shooting changed the message that he wanted to bring to the streets.
This too shall pass, and love is the answer. Having messages and telling the Republicans that everything that they know is wrong, it's not going to move the needle forward in any way. So I put aside all of the really snarky remarks and decided last night on this.
The coalition to march on the RNC doesn't have any plans set for more protests this week, but we still could see less organized protests throughout Thursday.
In addition to Chris and I, our crews will be out here all day, every day until the convention is over. You can follow along right here on News 3 Now or with the free Channel 3000 mobile app.
All right, now to the weather. Meteorologist Savannah Burrito standing by. Savannah, we saw some showers earlier here in the Milwaukee area. Did you and Madison see any?
Not really, just a couple of sprinkles here locally in Madison. For the most part, at least here, we remain dry. Most of southern Wisconsin as well, but we're actually seeing humidity levels still increase. Those are going to come down later this afternoon, but some fog. This is overlooking Platteville right now. Some thicker fog southwest of where we're sitting right now in Madison for the most part. Platteville's down to under 2 miles of visibility. Mineral Point, though, seeing some dense or more dense of fog. Right now in Dane County and Madison, we're up to full visibility, but some patchy fog will persist at least through the early morning hours. Mid-morning, we should start to see that decrease. Here's some also good news. Temperatures in a drier pattern. Temps come down, and we're not going to track another chance of rain at least until I would say early to midweek next week. I think that really increases mid to late week, but enjoy the drier weather. That does include this upcoming weekend as well, which is some good news. 72 currently in Madison. Humidity levels, though, are going to decrease as our temperatures increase. We'll talk about how low nighttime temperatures are going to get and also daytime highs the next few days. I'll recap also the storms we saw yesterday. That's all coming up a little later.
Savannah, thank you so much for that update.
All right, now you can see Kaiser Forum behind us. We're a couple of blocks away as we look over it, the Forum. It takes a lot to transform a venue like that to host something like the RNC. So coming up, our Susan Simon gives us a tour.
Rest comfortably with brands you can trust at Wanakee Furniture ETC. Create a unique and stylish room with made-in-the-USA products from companies like Smith Brothers of Bern. Select from a wide variety of sofas at a great price.
Bring quality home at Wanakee Furniture ETC.
We make junk disappear by giving it a new purpose. We donate the donatables and recycle the recyclables. And any organic materials are taken for composting. All you have to do is point. Call 1-800-GOT-JUNK.
When you donate furniture, cabinets, and appliances to Habitat Restore, you make an impact on neighbors in your community. Profits generated from Restore sales help provide safe and secure housing for hardworking families across Dane County. Donate to make a difference today.
If your windows are leaky and drafty, it's possible they weren't installed properly. Many installers lack proper training, and shoddy installation leaves your home vulnerable to extreme weather. At Next Door & Window, we're reinventing window installation. Our approach ensures your windows are sealed tight and energy efficient. And your windows and doors will be installed by certified experts who treat your home as if it was their own. When you demand tomorrow's comfort, Next delivers. Visit nextwindow.com to learn more.
Drive into summer with the rugged Honda Ridgeline, Passport, and Pilot. Summer is for exploring, so get outdoors, kick up some dust, get muddy, or just find that perfect campsite. All from Honda, the 2024 Kelley Blue Book's KBB.com Best Value brand. So act now to get an offer you'll love. Buy online, reserve from select dealers, or hurry into the Honda Summer Event.
This is where all your dreams come true. You are the Moulin Rouge!
Madison's most spectacular night out is Moulin Rouge, the musical. Winner of 10 Tony Awards, including Best Musical. The New York Times calls it dazzling, gasp-inspiring. In Moulin Rouge, life is beautiful. Now playing at Overture Center. Tickets at overture.org.
Let the design team at Wanakee Furniture ETC help you find your inspiration and transform your room. Every style, every budget, our creativity, passion, and expertise will help you design your dream space.
Bring quality home at Wanakee Furniture ETC.
Milwaukee hosts the Republican National Convention, and News 3 Now will be there. We'll bring you live team coverage all week as Battleground Wisconsin grabs the national spotlight. Hear from party leaders as the GOP finalizes its ticket for president and vice president. Campaign 2024 coverage live from the Republican National Convention in Milwaukee. All this week on News 3 Now, moving forward.
You're watching News 3 Now this morning, moving forward.
We're back and we're taking a peek in what it took to get Fiserv Forum ready for the convention this week. Now, if you've ever been to a basketball game there, then what we're about to show you on TV is completely different from what you're used to seeing.
Our Susan Simon got a tour with the RNC's Deputy Communication Director.
Outside of Fiserv Forum, red, white, and blue banners welcome the 50,000 visitors expected to attend the Republican National Convention this week.
We're on the floor where the delegates will be seated. Well, the delegates will be voting to make President Donald J. Trump our nominee for November.
Inside, crews have transformed the arena into the site of a political Super Bowl. What has it taken to turn a basketball venue into the epicenter of the political universe?
It's taken a year of planning, a year of us looking at diagrams and charts and all sorts of renderings, and we moved in back in June, first week of June, and we've been working around the clock to make this into reality.
The main stage is the centerpiece of it all. spanning 26 feet tall and 60 feet wide with a backdrop of 1,200 high-density LED panels.
The beauty of the stage design is that when you look at these sort of angled panels, that wherever you're seated, you're going to have a great view. So there's not going to be a bad seat in the house.
The basketball court is gone, replaced with a space where 5,000 delegates will sit. The media staging is in the suites above.
We've got over 15,000 members of the media who will be in attendance to cover our convention. And so they're coming from almost every state and all over the world to come be a part of history.
Organizers hope this week will set the stage for more conventions, more tourism, and bigger investments in the city of Milwaukee.
When these folks go home to their communities, we want them to talk about how much fun they had in Milwaukee. So that's our goal, to really put Milwaukee on the map. I mean, our goal here is to, bring the world to Milwaukee and bring Milwaukee to the world.
That was Susan Simon reporting.
Now let's send it back to our studio where Savannah Brito is standing by with your first WARN weather forecast. Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you, guys. First, want to recap what we saw yesterday. We did see several watches and warnings pretty much south of Madison. We did see a few across Dane County, but the brunt of the severe weather, that was south of here. The morning round, those pretty much fizzled out before making its way here. Storms developed over central and eastern Iowa and then really gained strength once they pretty much hit northern Illinois and southern Wisconsin. From the north point all the way to the south point of that line of showers and storms, several tornado warnings, and pretty much the entire line had severe thunderstorm warnings with it. Several inches of rain too. Lots of heavy rain associated with the line of showers and storms, upwards of 3 to 4 inches where those red colors were. So that does include Rock County, Janesville, Beloit, and then especially across northern Illinois. Again, that's where most of the severe weather was, at least yesterday. We saw lots of heavy rain here locally in Madison Saturday and Sunday. That really pushed our rainfall total. This is including all the way up to yesterday. We only saw 0.02 of an inch yesterday, but we're now up to 7.5 inches, over 5 inches from where we should be. Both Saturday and Sunday were really wet. Both those days almost pushed us up to 5 inches just from Saturday and Sunday alone. 72 right now in Madison, so it's not as comfortable of a start to the day compared to what we had or what we will see the next couple of days. Dew points are still up right now near the 70-degree mark, so it's still very sticky outside. That will change though tomorrow. We're up to 82, or I should say down to 82 today, and all the way down to 76 Wednesday and Thursday. Low humidity. It'll be great to get outside. Not a great chance of rain returning until we head into about early to midweek, definitely mid to late week next week. So enjoy the nice weather while we do have it.
All right, Savannah, thank you. 6:50 right now. Coming up in the morning sprint, more live coverage from the RNC in Milwaukee and the latest on storm damage overnight. But first, look who's 3 this morning. Happy birthday to Ivy. We're back right after this.
Sponsored by Three Bears Resort, Indoor Water Park and Conference Center in Warrens, Wisconsin.
If you're interested in installing a solar system this year, listen up. We only have a few available spots remaining in 2024. Scan the QR code on your screen now to save your spot so you can get solar and get saving with Olson Solar Energy.
Summer fun means one thing. It's time to visibly say goodbye to crow's feet, fine lines, wrinkles, and under-eye bags, and say hello to smooth, beautiful, younger-looking skin with Plexiderm. Plexiderm smooths away wrinkles without foundation, without color makeup, and without expensive procedures. Best of all, you could try it for only $14.95 this summer.
This isn't the first time I've been on TV raving about this product. It's amazing. My friends, my family, they can't believe it. Nothing works like this.
I've had under-eye bags for a very long time, and it sucks. Finally, I tried something called Plexiderm. I put it on my face, and I'm not joking, it works.
So take action this summer and pack up your under-eye bags and wrinkles and put them on vacation with Plexiderm. Try our summertime special and get it for only $14.95, plus get free shipping. Visit plexidermtrial.com or call the number on your screen.
Sup? You need some windows?
Howdy. Oh, you need windows, yes you do.
Hey folks, you call the experts? Increase your curb appeal and save big this summer with free installation on windows, siding, doors, and roofing. Plus, no interest for 5 years. And we'll get it done Feldco fast. Free installation ends soon. Call now.
Call 866 for Feldco.
Certain this is gonna work?
Nothing to it.
For Imprint certain?
Certainty matters. 4imprint is your home for promo gear to wow clients and inspire your team. Check out 4imprint.com.
4imprint, for certain.
At RG Heating and Air Conditioning, our promise to you is 100% satisfaction guaranteed. Guaranteed service, repairs, and replacements. Installing quality Trane equipment. Trust your home with RG Heating and AC.
Are you ready to move your body for a great cause? Join News 3 Now, area businesses, and the Boys and Girls Clubs of Dane County in Move and Groove for Boys and Girls Clubs on Saturday, July 20th. How?
It's simple. Sign up at bgcdc.org.
Bring your bike, running shoes, maybe even your dancing shoes, and help us raise money by moving your body.
If you're interested in installing a solar system this year, listen up. We only have a few available spots remaining in 2024. Scan the QR code on your screen now to save your spot so you can get solar and get saving with Olson Solar Energy.
You just have to get on the yellow seat. Think Sloan's first.
It is 6:54, time for the morning sprint. We're starting out live in Milwaukee with Chris and Kyrie on. Good morning, guys.
Josh, day 2 of the Republican National Convention here in Milwaukee. The convention so far focusing on the economy and Trump announcing his running mate.
That's right. And Republicans are expected to focus on crime and immigration. We're also expecting to hear from U.S. Senate candidate Eric Hovde at some point today. Josh, back to you.
New details about the assassination attempt against former President Trump. The Secret Service did not sweep the rooftop the shooter was positioned at. That building was not part of the security perimeter, but the roof had a full view of the rally. We still don't know the shooter's motive, but he was a registered Republican and made a donation once to a liberal group. Today, the trial begins for former Madison pastor Robert Stein. Stein's charged with 2 counts of first-degree child sexual assault. He's accused of assaulting children while serving as a pastor of Midvale Baptist Church on Madison's near west side. While being investigated, Stein continued to preach and host business meetings at the church. He has pleaded not guilty. Right now, Madison police are investigating a string of car break-ins. Police responded to an underground parking garage on University Road just before 2 yesterday morning. Officers found 15 cars broken into and are still assessing the number of victims and damage estimates. They haven't arrested anyone. Impacted residents should call the non-emergency dispatch number on your screen. New video this morning shows storm damage in Evansville overnight. You can see trees are down and conditions even led to an accident. We had our crews out last night gathering this footage across southern Wisconsin. Some trees with a trunk diameter of 2 to 3 feet were snapped or uprooted by the storm.
Run!
Some sunshine return mainly later by the afternoon, and then temperatures drop from there on out. 80 and 81 Saturday and Sunday. So the next several days will be pretty nice.
Kind of crazy to see how quiet we're going to be after all the activity lately.
I know. I'm super thankful for that, though.
Yes, I think a lot of folks are.
Yes.
Savannah, thank you, and thanks for joining us on a Tuesday morning. Our coverage of the RNC in Milwaukee continues in just...
First Warn Weather is brought